Hello, family. How you doing today? This is Mr. Ezells coming before you to talk with you a little bit. Just felt like I wanted to come on. Maybe I'm just in a talkative mood today, but I want to come and share another message with you. As you can see, my baby has started taking care of me, with this hair thing. Oh boy. Okay, this is something very new for me. And I said, oh, I look like Stevie Wonder. Another guy said, you look like Rick James. Hey, fine with me. Both of them always say, I wish I could have their money. I know that. Okay, but I'm a school teacher and I'm getting ready to retire. And I told someone, this is my retirement look. Okay. I also went and talked to my boys and stuff. I've been wearing these earrings. A lot of y'all probably thought that I had my ears pierced, and I didn't. I wore some clip-ons for about 2 years because I couldn't get used to the idea. It was so out of my usual look because, I've been teaching something like 26 years, I guess now. But I'm getting ready to retire, and I've always taught the young men to dress for success and to keep their hair groomed, nice cut. Even my sons, I used to, except for my second son, he showed me a thing or two. But my oldest son, his hair would be cut all the time. I always wanted him to be sharp. And that's where I raised them. And even with the Black History Club and the mentoring programs that I've had here in the school, I would always encourage the young men to dress at least one day a week in shirt and tie. And that was my way of kind of trying to set them apart and let them understand that there's a time to be professional and there's a time to be able to, you need to know how to dress so that when you go into interviews and what have you, especially if you're going to college and you're going into to have to deal in professional realms, you need to feel very comfortable in doing so. But now it's like I'm getting ready to retire, and I've gotten to the point to where when you've lived your life for others, you might say, because I certainly felt like I needed to set an example for the young, especially the young black men in our school before them, and so that it would be good for them. But at this point, I'm getting ready to live my life the way I want to. This side was like education, and now I'm beginning to move over to my artistic side. So I think that's a part of it. But a part of this was just dealing with COVID. My hair was just growing. It was growing, but I needed to keep it cut. I didn't want to go to the barber. And as I started, I had a young man that would come over and cut my hair. He wasn't a quote licensed barber, but he was able to kind of keep me going and get me through those hard times. And even now, I don't like going to the barber, but my baby, Abby, says that, okay, I'm going to braid it for you. So she braided it. And I hadn't had my hair braided since I was in high school, back when we wore the afros, okay? But now that I'm at this point, this was a big jump for me. It was a decision that I had to even go and talk to my sons because I wanted them to understand why I was making this change, because I've taught them, I even hooked it up with their Christianity when I was raising my sons, that you need to look like a man of God and blah, 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 and I had all of that, But now that I've been teaching and moving more into the culture of loving yourself as a black man, as our culture, to embrace that. And so that's another reason why I've decided to be a little bit freer in even the things that I do for myself. Because most of the time, as I admit, as a teacher in the school system, many of the decisions that I made was to be able to set an example for young men who might even want to go into education, and they need to see maybe the image of a black man in a professional setting. So if you're wondering, what did Miss Ezells do? And then I cut it off here on the sides, and here my baby, she just cut it off there. That way I don't have to go and get that little edge and stuff. But I still have my barber, the gentleman that cuts my hair. He's one of my mentorees. And now he's a grown man now, but he came all the way up through my school system, and now he cuts hair. And he comes over and get me, looking good and whatever. But that's lately with this COVID, I really don't feel comfortable being in the face of a lot of people and stuff, and even with the mask and stuff. So, but he's a good cutter. He keeps me together because my son's a barber. He's a professional barber, and he's over in Atlanta and Birmingham doing his business. So I don't really have that. Okay, back. Okay, so what was I saying? So now my new barber, his name is Stephen Fairley. He really does a good job. So I've got to be able to combine between my wife, Abby, my fiance, because she's just like my wife. Anyway, and Stephen to keep me cut. But next time you're going to see, hopefully he'll be able to give me a little sharp edge around here. And I'll be really looking good. Okay? What do you think about that? Peace. Hello, family. This is Mr. E. If you would like to support the works of Mr. E or any of Ezells Productions, you may make your donations at Cash App. You will use $EKUFIE, EKUFIE, or you may make your payments through check or money order made out to Anthony Ezells or to Ezells Productions LLC. That address is P.O. Box 492, Jackson, Alabama 36545. Or you may contact us at the phone number of 251-709-1123. Thank you.